Kevin, I'm curious at Stoked. Trash all your assumptions and take a new approach. What have you guys done in the last year?
Oh my goodness, that's like our credo of the last 4 years. It was like, because we got into print on demand thinking one thing, and it's just like it constantly evolves, right? Like, we thought we were to come in and we were going to make a print on demand app that was going to compete with Printful and Printify, and we're like, cool. It's just it's a small enough thing now, but then we just we just don't have that background, like as far as like they were able to out compete us like by a ton. And then we're like, okay, cool. Like we're building all like Inksoft stores, all these things. So we're going to build a print on demand store platform, right? Where you could build your own print on demand store. And we did, like, we built that. And then it was like, okay, this isn't like, we're now having to train people how to use this. Like, and I was about like maybe mid of last year or like first quarter of last year, I was like, hey, listen, instead of like telling people to build their own stores, we'll build them for them, and it was just an immediate like, okay, change. Like it was immediate product market fit. Like we finally hit it with like the print on demand, and we sunk a lot of money into building that store platform. And we just turned it off a couple months ago. Like it's no longer like we're no longer servicing that because it's just it's not right. Like I think a lot of the things, it's just like people getting caught up into like sunk costs and like, oh, I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on this, but it's like, dude, if it doesn't work, it just doesn't work. And there's a lot of things.
How did that feel?
For Shane, a lot harder than me. For me, it's like it's just I can get over things a little bit faster just because I can see the upside of moving on. But I think it is tough to stomach and say, man, I wish we didn't do that. But that's a trap mindset because you'll never get to where you're going without trying those different things. We wouldn't be where we're at with Merch Loop if we hadn't tried all of those other things, because every single one led to another. And it's just like the cost of learning, and I'm okay with it. But at the same time, like I now know there's a lot of things that need to happen before we make a decision so that we don't continue just making stupid decisions and hoping that we learn something from it. Right. And a lot of that is just customer feedback, right? We're instead of us trying to assume what a customer wants, we're asking them, and that's where a lot of the transition to Merch Loop. But I think it's a great mindset to have, is to just move on. Like, don't get stuck and just like burn that ship and move on,
I think what you're alluding to, Kevin, is the bigger you get, the harder the pivot and the more costly it can be.
Yes.
Right? And so like, I think of 3 or 4 years ago, I was trying different warehouse management systems. So it's like, all right, let's sign up for that one. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, let's try this. And now, with our team, we're trying to figure out what we're going to install or build. Basically, it's like, are we going to build or buy? And we're all just like, we're going on these demos and we're like, nope, that's not going to work. Nope. And we're so much pickier because we know that it could be literally like hundreds and thousands of dollars of a mistake if we turn the ship this way.
Yeah.
and keep going. I think when you're small and you're dynamic, you can like quickly iterate. But you guys also, you got rid of all your DTGs and went to DTF.
We did.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we had, 9 Brother GTXs with the Firefly system and, doing that. And we were just like, I think it was about April of last year. We were like, dude, this isn't, like this, like we've sunk a lot of money into that. We barely made it back. And it was just one of those things where it's like, this isn't working. We got to find a new way. And we weren't afraid. We got an opportunity to sell a lot of it, got more of that money back, and we just immediately just invested in it all into DTF, as well as like outsourcing solutions as well. But yeah, I mean, I think you can't not get stuck with like, okay, I got to make this work. Because at a certain point, you're just freaking pushing the boulder up the hill instead of having momentum take you on the other side.
Will you stand behind a DTF machine on this podcast, or would you prefer not to say?
No, I think it's one of those things. It's just like we're so new. And honestly, if a newer solution comes out tomorrow, I'm gonna try it, and if it's better, then I'll go with that. It's just right now it's It's a pain in the ass.
Hopefully
Yeah.
correct answer.
I won't necessarily stand behind it. I'll stand behind the idea, right? The concept is correct, but the execution of the machines right now is not. Like, that is not.
And
correct.
how many machines did you guys get?
We just got one, but we got a really big one, which I don't know if that was like the best idea. I feel like maybe we should have done like smaller ones, but no, I like it. I like the quality, but yeah, dude, like, I mean, I think I was joking with you last week. It was like, dude, it was down for 4 days, you know, and it's just like, that's so hard to deal with if you don't have your only machine down for 4 days. So.
Okay, we need a sign. We were riding the shuttle back to the airport. And we're like, we need a sign that says like, it's been this many days since my DTF broke.
We should sell those.
It's a good t-shirt.
Dude, that would be hilarious. Like, my DTF has been running for this many days in a row.
Right.
Shoot. That would be freaking hilarious. But yeah,
That's
but
so
like
funny.
new and emerging technologies, like we're not afraid to jump on them. And then we're not afraid to trash them and try something else. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's something I learned kind of from you. Like, I think you do a great job of like trying new stuff all the time, you know?